What's up, guys? Sarah Fontenot here. So look, I want to talk to the beginning entrepreneurs that are starting, or maybe you're just starting to get things going in your business, and maybe it feels like the walls are caving in around you, or maybe it feels like there's just no light at the end of the tunnel, or that you're treading water but you're not actually moving forward. And I want to let you know, you've got to hold steadfast to your vision, even when you think that things aren't happening right away. So I want to share a story about myself. I was talking to my mom, and she's telling me about her car and how there's just a whole bunch of crazy stuff that's happening with her car. It shifts into neutral without her knowing. She's got to do like some crazy stuff. And so I get off the phone with my mom, and then I start having a conversation with one of my girlfriends. And I'm like, I think I'm going to buy my mom a car. Now, this is the thing. There was a time 6 years ago where I couldn't even afford my own car, let alone buy someone else a car. And I say it all the time, money does not buy you happiness, but it buys you choices. And I want to have the choice to be able to take care of my mother. Even if she can take care of herself, I want to be able to spoil her too, and my father, right? So I just want to let people know that a lot can change. Give yourself 5 years. Give yourself time, period. Give yourself 10 years. Fight for your dreams instead of being out here fighting for someone else's. I promise you guys, 6 years ago, before my car crashed itself on the freeway, don't ask me no questions, that's just how it happened. I was trying to figure out, how am I going to put gas in my car? After I lost my car, I was sneaking onto the bus because I couldn't afford the bus fare. It doesn't matter where you start. It does not matter where you start. If you take anything from this video, it does not matter where you start, because the work works. And if you give yourself a consistent action and you allow for it to show you over time, it's like any seed that's planted. You plant a seed, you go back and you water it, and you stay consistent with planting seeds, with the watering process, and some things turn up into something and some don't. But don't waste your energy, your time, or start thinking that you can't make it because the seeds aren't turning into what you thought. The fact is, it's just the way of life. The fact is, it's cyclical. You're either going into something, in something, or coming out of something. And as you elevate, yes, the more money you make, the more challenges you may have, because your problems evolve right with you. So you get to decide. Are you going to stay steadfast to the vision, even when it doesn't feel like it's happening? Even when you feel like the walls are caving in around you, this is your opportunity to show yourself what you're made of. This is your opportunity that in your future, you get to look back and laugh about, so don't quit. Sometimes what we do is when things go wrong, we start asking God, why me? Instead of saying to God, try me. Because every lesson, obstacle, struggle, trial, tribulation is put there to make you better. The more you're tried, the stronger you have to get. So I just wanted to share some of the things that I do to make sure that I hold steadfast to the vision, even when it hurts, even when it's painful, even when I feel like quitting. I hold on tight, because if I can see where I'm going, I'll always have a reference point. So number one is get really clear on what you're after and what that looks like. If you can have a conversation with your family and enroll them into the vision of, you know what, give me 5 years. It's just like enrolling in college. When you are focused on getting that degree, you focus on getting your dream. And it's going to take hard work. It's going to take studying. It's going to take long nights awake. It's going to take a grind and a hustle. It's going to take you being uncomfortable. But if you keep going and you stay consistent, the time will pass anyway. Get clear on what your vision is. Number two is why. And this is probably the biggest thing. When you know why you want that thing, why you want to live the life of your dreams. Do you want to be able to buy your mom a car? Do you want to be able to spoil your father? Do you want to take your kids and teach them history by going to the locations and allowing them to see them instead of looking at them in a textbook? Whatever your vision is, whatever's gonna fuel you to get up, get out of the morning, do you wanna stop asking yourself, how am I gonna put gas in my car? How am I going to pay my rent? If you get to a place where you know why you're doing something, the how is inevitable. The how doesn't matter. So you've got to find that thing that's going to get you up and drive you to actually do the work to get you to that dream. And lastly, the third thing is stop rushing the process. It takes time. Nothing great comes easy. Nothing great comes easy. You can talk to any successful person and I promise you they're not going to say, well, it just happened like that. And for those people, they usually don't keep their success. It's one thing to get it. It's a whole nother lifestyle to sustain it, to keep it. So if you know what you're after and you know why you're after it, and you allow for time to take its course, you allow for those seeds to sprout, it can take up to 100 years for an oak tree to get to its tallest heights. It might take a lily plant 2 weeks to grow and sprout. Which one would you rather have? Which type of business would you rather have? One that's deeply rooted or one that could blow away with the wind? Give things time. You don't have to rush, but move like you're late to work. So those are some of the things that I've done, and I promise you it's worth it. If I would have told myself 6 years ago that I'd be talking about buying my mother a brand new car, I would have been like, there's just no way. There's just no way. But because I was willing to do the work, because I decided to never quit, and because I didn't put a time limit on when I have to be successful, it's unfolding. So if you're in that place, you've got this. Hold on, stay steadfast, know that you can do it. It takes time. It's normal to have those doubts. It's normal to feel like the world is caving in. Just don't quit. Keep moving forward. Even if it's a crawl, even if it's a jog, even if it's not a sprint, just keep moving forward. You've got this, guys. Let's get it. Happy day.